Hi guys, welcome to a timeless tarot love reading. Today I have multiple messages that have come out of the deck, and the first one that is the strongest is the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles. So you intuitively, I'm getting that you are an intuitive person, you are tuned into things, you notice things maybe other people don't notice. You are psychic to some degree or a large degree. And it's like you know that something is not right. You know that you are not receiving as much as you could. Like you're receiving a smaller part of the pie than you feel you could actually receive. It's this feeling of like you're receiving this much, but really you should be receiving this much. And you're kind of a little bit confused as to why you're not. I am getting with these cards that you are very giving, you are very thoughtful, almost like your masculine energy is taking care of this relationship, right? So you always seem to know what other people need, what is correct for them, and you are not focusing enough on yourself. I'm feeling like there needs to be more of a balance. So it is not wrong to help other people or take care of them or give and provide, but it's feeling like there's too much of the energy is pouring out, too much of the energy is pouring into the other person, and I'm not really feeling as much of a reciprocalness from the other person in this relationship if you are in a relationship, okay? If you are not in a relationship and then it feels like you're always doing, you're always giving, but you're just not receiving in return. So this could be, going out on dates, meeting new people, but they don't seem to reciprocate with what you have to give. And I feel like you have a lot to give and you are very intuitive in what people need and you're very good at giving that, okay? The other thing I'm feeling about this relationship is... Okay, so we have the Star and then we have the Tower reversed. So I'm feeling like, so with this Tower reversed, you're standing in rubble. So a lot of things have already collapsed. You've already seen things that you needed to see. Maybe you have been doing like inner work, or you've been noticing patterns. You've been letting go of those patterns. You've been making new choices, right? You are on your journey. You're doing great with that. But I'm kind of seeing this image of like you standing in the rubble, but you're still standing staring at the sun. Like you're still looking at all the good parts of this relationship, even though there are so many things that are not right, okay? And I'm not saying that you should say or you should go. That is not my place. But what I am saying is like from your particular perspective, you are kind of like standing on this rubble and you're noticing it and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, these things aren't right, but it's going to get better. It's going to be okay. All right. All right. So the next energy pattern that I'm seeing here is Nine of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. And I'm noticing from this is you're providing emotional support for another person and you're providing emotional support for yourself. Like you're holding things up and you're also giving to the other person. The other person isn't as, their capacity to give isn't as much. Okay, what I'm hearing too is like these pentacles, like your capacity is at 9 pentacles and their capacity is at 4 pentacles. Okay, so like they're literal, like I'm feeling very clearly from my guides, spirit, that there's nothing wrong with them. They are fine, but their capacity is 4 pentacles right now. Your capacity is 9. So really the question is, why are you okay with a 4 pentacle partner when you should have a 9 pentacle partner? Okay. All right. The next energy pattern is, well, we have Justice and the Devil. These cards came out together. This is also some sort of, like you're looking at things from an impartial view. And I'm feeling like you are noticing your fears and you're seeing your fears, but you're not acting on them. So you're like kind of like aware of some of these patterns of like, well, this isn't that great, but you're not like taking action on them. You're not doing anything about it. You're more in like observation mode, Like, I'm just going to hang out. I'm just going to see, observe, like I'm watching a movie. We also have Three of Pentacles reversed, the Fool, Two of Wands. You are not making plans. You are not moving forward because you're waiting for this other person. I think you would like to either, it could be moving. You might like to actually physically move for maybe like, let's see, 35% of you, you'd like to move. And even if this isn't like a large move, it could be to like another city or another apartment, house, etc. So part of you want to move, you don't feel like you can make those plans, or you want to make some sort of career change, but you need support to make the career change. But you're not receiving support from this person, and you really wish that you were, because you'd be like, man, this would be like so much easier if like I could just know that they have my back. And it's not that you need them to like do anything specific in order for you to make the career change or to make the job change or to make the housing change, but it's like you do need them to be on the same page. You do need them to be like walking next to you on the same page, and but like it's like you're walking down this road, but like they've stopped and they're like having this long conversation with somebody on the sidewalk, and you're like, dude, we're supposed to be like up here, and like, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be up there, but like now we're like 2 hours delayed, and because you're over here like dilly-dallying. It's that energy of you would have already been down the road, but you've been like waiting, you've been like hemming and hawing of like waiting for this other person. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, it's raining outside. All right, we have the Artist and the Knight of Cups. You long to be nourished emotionally. I just feel like you have been not receiving emotionally for so long that you are not receiving emotionally to the full capacity that you should be or could be receiving. And it's been so long that you like can't remember, like you've lost references as to like what that's like, because you've been with someone for, or you've had relationships, and it could be different faces, it doesn't necessarily mean the same person, that have been at a 4 of Pentacles, but you've been at 8 or 9. And what I'm also getting is like, as the years have passed, as time has passed, you have increased. Like you maybe before you were like at 5 Pentacles when you got in this relationship, but now you've increased dramatically and you're at 9, and you're like slowing your growth because of this relationship. It's like you're trying to take them with you into the new energy, and they don't want to go because their energy didn't upgrade. Your energy upgraded, but theirs did not. It's that kind of vibe and that kind of feeling. And it's like, well, I don't want to leave them alone, leave them behind. Makes you feel kind of guilty, like you shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. It would be wrong for me to do that, you know. But I'm just feeling that it's really time to look at this from a completely new perspective. And what might be helpful is looking at it from your future self and seeing what your future self thinks about it. So let's do that. Since all probabilities exist, let's look into your future self. What does your future self see about this? Oh, we have 2 of Cups. First thing I'm noticing with this 2 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles is, okay, this is a subconscious pattern that needs to be transmuted. Whoop. That like this sort of like a dynamic or pattern is okay. This is something that probably was occurring in your childhood, so therefore as an adult it seems familiar and it seems fine, right? You're used to not getting all of your emotional needs met, right? You're used to getting some of them met, maybe not all of them. And so as an adult you're in a familiar pattern where it's like, okay, well, I'm only getting some of these things met. And I'm also feeling like it's time to break out of your comfort zone. So let's see, higher self, the part of you, Lovers. So there is a partner available to you that is able to give to you more with this Knight of Cups, right? this is available to you, someone that is, you know, at the same capacity as you are, on the same page as you are, desiring the same things. All right, so that's important to know. If your future self wants you to know. Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is the last, if you choose, this can be the last time that this pattern repeats itself, right? You can be done with this. The Nine of Wands. Oh, and then we have 10 of Cups. Fell out of the deck. Yeah. So this, if you choose and you're like, I am done with this, this is your last sort of battle, so to speak, right? Before you move into the 10 of Cups energy. So this can be the end. All right, what do you need to know to make it the end? Okay, you are going to need to make some decisions. You're going to have to make some decisions of what is not okay for you, what you don't need anymore. And the other thing I'm hearing is guilt. You're going to have to cut this cord of guilt. This cord of guilt probably has to do with something in childhood, perhaps a mother figure, something to the nature of that. So cutting these cords, like maybe with like a parent, whoever the mother figure was, you know, when you were growing up, that cutting that cord and not feeling guilty anymore, right? You no longer need to be the giver, the overgiver, in order to receive. You don't need to do that anymore, so you would need to make that decision and cut that cord. A way to cut cords is to write out on a sheet of paper, I choose to cut cords, and go outside and burn the paper. That works too. You can also get a string and tie it from one table leg to another table leg and cut that. Okay, the Chariot. All right, that is going to enable you to move on. That is going to enable you to let this go. Okay, so I am strongly feeling like definitely time to move into your own energy, and just, you don't need to do anything about this other person. I feel like it's you making choices. Wow, train fell out, which is the same as the Chariot. Hilarious. All right, double confirmation. That will change the pattern. Okay, so I guess that's what you need to know. I probably could end this reading right now. This is probably what you need to know. Yes, so you can end the pattern. That is how you end the pattern. You decide that you cut the guilt cord with your mother figure. Okay. All right, so what else can happen? What else is available? Within the vehicle, communicating experience, road journey. Okay, getting a new perspective by changing your surroundings is going to help you a lot. I don't know if you have friends you can go camping with, if you can go to the lake with your friends, if you can do some sort of outdoor activity, go hiking, maybe go to another city, get an Airbnb for a few days. Just do something else that gets you out of your environment and like clear your headspace. And it doesn't have to be like very far. It can definitely be like in a road trip, right? Because we have the car. Oh my God, we have elevator. You guys, this is hilarious. I got train, car, elevator, vertical transport, transit between floors. Okay, so you are rising on up. You're going up. That will elevate your frequency. This is going to elevate your frequency and allow you to move on. I actually feel a lot of energy in my body now and very excited. Okay, good. We have cemetery. Letting go of things that you don't need anymore. Releasing them. Letting them go. Okay. Post office government building. What I'm getting from these cards is some way to make it official. Right, so either writing it down, burning the sheet of paper outside, don't burn anything in the house, or any sort of legal papers that need to be, like, don't sign legal papers with this person or sign another lease with this person if you're thinking of doing that. That's the energy I'm getting there. Okay, windswept region, breezy gusts, whirling winds, dancing leaves. Yeah, I feel like this was going to bring in winds of new energy in your life. Let me get one more card to clarify that. It's going to bring in new energy. Grassland. Oh, sunlit grass, open expanse. Okay, yep. Okay, so this is gonna like completely clear everything out for you, and you're gonna have brand new possibilities that are open, right? So it's releasing stuck energy, stagnant energy, releasing these things that no longer serve you, that you do not need anymore. And it's like clearing the path for you. And I see in my mind, there's like a door, and then like another door, and then another door. So each time you make a decision, you're opening a door, and I see these doors in the grassland, right? So each time you make a choice, you're clearing the energy. Well, now you're in a new reality because you moved through a door, and then you're making a new choice, and then you're moving through another door. So now you're in a new energy, a new energy, a new energy. Okay, right. And yeah, all right, guys. I feel like that's a good reading. That's what you guys need to know. My name is Arwen, and I will see you guys in another card video. Bye.